Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow. You cataracts and hurricanes, spout till you have drenched our steeples, drown the cocks. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires vaunt couriers to oak-cleaving thunderbolts, singe my white head. And thou, O shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world. Crack nature's molds, all Germans spill at once, that makes ingrateful man. Rumble thy belly full, spit fire, spout rain. No rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax not you, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. But yet I call you servile ministers, that with 2 pernicious daughters will join your high engendered battles against so old and white a head as this. Oh, oh, 'tis far. Oh. Where is my fool?
Have more than thou showest, speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest, ride more than thou goest, learn more than thou trowest, set less than thou throwest, leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score. Nuncle! This is a brave night to cool a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When priests are more in word than in matter, when brewers more their malt with water, when nobles are their tailors' tutors, no heretics burned but wenches' suitors. When every case in law is right, no squire in debt, nor no poor knight. When slanders do not live in tongues, no cut purses come not to throngs. When usurers tell their gold in the field, and bawds and whores do churches build, then shall the realm of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes the time. Who lives to see it? that going shall be used with feet. This prophecy Merlin shall make. For I live before his time.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I shall not speak to him. Say, I'm sick. And if you grow slack of former duties, you shall do well. The fault of it I'll answer. Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'll have it come to question. If he distaste it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one, not to be o'erruled. Oh, idle old man, that still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now, by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I have said. And let his knights have colder looks among you. What grows of it no matter. Advise your fellows so. I will breed from hence occasions, and I shall, that I may speak.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and the stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treachers by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition on the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. Phut. I should have been that I am had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Thou nature art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand under the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For that I am 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous and my shape as true as honest madam's issue, why brand they us with base? With baseness, bastardy, base? Base? Who, in the lusty stealth of nature, take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating of a whole tribe of fops, got tween asleep and awake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word. Legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund, the base, shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods stand up for bastards.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree, I escaped the hunt. No port is free. No place that guard in most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself and am bethought that to take the basest and most poorest shapen man that ever penuary in contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, elf my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent that of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices pitch their roaring voices in numbed and mortified arms, pins, wooden bricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary. And with this horrible object, poor low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcoats and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Tom! Yeah, that's something yet. Tom. Edgar. I nothing am. Poor Tom's a cold. Bless thee from world wings, star blasting and takings. Do poor Tom. Do poor Tom. Do poor Tom some charity. Do poor Tom some charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There I should have him again. And there. And there again. And there.